Right, so I'm currently in a Skoda VRS diesel that I bought yesterday. It's quite a cool car. The seats, look at the seats, they're well cool. So it's basically like a VW Golf really, but it's like the Skoda version. Decent car. I don't really have much to report on it at the minute because I've literally just picked it up, so I haven't barely driven it. So, but the video today is not about this car. I might do a video on this. If you want to see more on this, do let me know, yeah? I just thought I'd bring my cameras along to work with me. I'm going to Binker today. Got a few things going on. I've got a guy flying in from Scotland, getting a flight from Glasgow, a two-way flight, so coming down to look at the FD2 Type R and then fly back. So just to look at the car. So he might end up buying it, I don't know. And something else I've got going on. I've got a couple of guys bringing some cars down, so I might end up buying a car. I don't know. I really don't know. So I just thought I'll bring my cameras along for the journey. So let's just get to Binker and see what happens, yeah? There it goes then. Oh man. Right, so that's it. The FD2 Type R is gone now. I'm a bit gutted because obviously it's a car that I really liked. I was daily driving it, and I just liked it. I was using it a lot, and I just kind of bonded with it. But this is the thing with the car trade. You can't really get too attached to anything because that's the business. You know, you've got to sell. Everything's for sale. That's the rule. Everything's for bloody sale. And the car went up for sale. I expected it might sit around for a bit longer because it's quite a niche thing, but because it is rare, it did sell quite quickly. And so the fella that bought it, he, like I said earlier, he flew down from Scotland last night. He did actually have a ticket to go back on the plane, but he just chose to just buy the car, jump in it and drive it all the way back to Scotland. So it's about an 8-hour drive for him, but fair play to him because he's got a proper nice car. And but now the reason why you're here is you want to see what I'm about to have come in, and I think you probably already know because you would have seen it in the thumbnail. But they are both about to arrive, so let's just cut to that scene, yeah? Check these out. Alright, so I've done a deal there and I've managed to buy both Civic Type Rs today, which is great for me. So I sold one Type R this morning, obviously the FD2, and I've had these two come in this afternoon. Now, EP3 Type Rs are special to me because they kind of got a big place in my heart, because the first fast car that I ever owned, I've mentioned this plenty of times on my channel as well, is an EP3 Type R, get the words right, Calv. And my one was actually a black pre-facelift, so it's pre-facelift like this one here, but it was in black, and I absolutely loved the car. It had NOS on it. You alright, mate? You need a jump pack, yeah? Sorry, I just had to deal with that guy there. But yeah, so mine actually had nitrous on it, which was, it changed the car, the way it drove, it was crazy. But yeah, they're a serious car, you know. They are the first sort of modern Type R. They're obviously a 2 litre 16 valve VTEC engine, and we've got two sat here, so that's a pre-facelift, that's a facelift. You can see the difference in the headlights. Facelift headlights are much nicer. There is actually, like, apparently, I can't even remember the statistics, but something like a couple of hundred differences between the pre-facelift and the facelift. but off the top of my head, I haven't got a clue what hardly any of them are. But the obvious thing standing right here is the headlights, and then the front bumpers are slightly different as well. Now, this car here, the red one, we'll start with this one first. Shout out to Chris and Scott, by the way. Chris and Scott are the two guys that come and sold them to me. They obviously see me on my channel and knew that I buy cars, and they brought these two cars down today. So this car here, the pre-facelift one, you can see the interior is it's a really nice interior. It's got these Type R bucket seats. It is worn. It's done 111,000 miles, so it ain't going to be immaculate. See wear on the gear stick there. When it decides to, you can see it is a bit worn, yeah, but it's a really nice car. There is actually a bit of a story behind this car. It's a car that came from me a few years ago, so they actually bought it from me, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and it's ended up coming back to me. That does happen to a lot of cars that I sell. I like to buy cars that I know because it's a lot easier. So yeah, this is a completely standard car. It does need a bit of loving, but from my point of view, it will just get sold as it is. All right, it is actually a Cat C car, which generally isn't good, but the reason why this car is Cat C is because the engine failed because someone didn't put a cover on the air inlet, which meant that when they went through the big puddle that they were about to go through, the water sucked up into the engine and yeah. So the insurance decided to not repair the car because it just cost too much money to replace it with a brand new engine. So they paid out, and it's now got a replacement engine in it. Okay, so all the bodywork's good, but it has got a replacement engine in it. This one, on the other hand, the facelift version, this is a Premier Edition, which has got these seats in them. Seriously cool seats. Although I am a huge fan of the standard Type R seats. Did they even need changing? I don't think they did, but yeah, they're really good. The black and red theme just continues on inside. Dash mounted gear sticks, same 6-speed manual gearbox, same engine under the bonnet. I don't know if the facelifts are about 2 horsepower more. Don't quote me on that, I'm not certain, but yeah, although this is a facelift, they are very similar cars. The backlights are a little bit different. See, they're like got the crystal white in the middle, whereas these ones are just fully red, which, okay, there is a bit of a difference, not a massive difference, but all these subtle little changes do make the facelifts a little bit more attractive. What I'll do is jump in here. Oh, by the way, all the stuff on the floor there, that is the standard manifold. This car has had a few little mods. I'm not going to go into detail with the full list of stuff that it's had, but let me just spin that mic around quick. Yeah, it's had things like brakes, exhaust, sorry, let's mess around with the mic there. Brakes, exhaust, I don't bloody know, loads of stuff. But again, you can see this one's worn. This one's done actually 140,000 miles. I won't be doing anything to it. If I take you on the outside, let me just show you a few bits, age-related stuff, yeah. Stone chips. It is a black car. It's got an awful amount of stone chips on the bonnet. I don't know if you can see that. If you can't, you need your eyes testing. But yeah, you can see it is a worn car, but it has done 140,000 miles. But for an entry-level Type R with a pair of them, yeah. So that one there is a pre-facelift of 111,000 miles, but it's a Cat C. This one is a facelift, Premier Edition with a few mods, but it's a bit ropey. They're going to be entry-level money, like 2.5 grand. And for that kind of money, you can't get anything. I'm not trying to sell them, by the way. I'm just letting you know what the crack is with the values of Type R's. They basically start at 2 grand, and this is pretty much an idea of what you're going to get for your money. All right. So what I'll do is I've got customers sort of floating around and stuff. So I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see me a bit better. I'll jump in one of them, go for a little drive. Yeah, I think we'll go in this one because it's had a few bits done to it. It sounds a bit more leery, and I reckon it will drive a bit better than that one. So we'll go for a little drive, yeah? Oh, right, I am in a massive rush. Massive rush. Put my seatbelt on, of course. Put that front camera on. That's it. Let's go. Yeah, so I've got to be somewhere in half an hour, and it's about half an hour away. But I thought I am not leaving here until I've done a video on these cars, because I've got to get out in one of them. So this is priority for me right now. Let's get out in a Type R. But what can I say? I have actually driven this one already. I haven't driven the other one yet. That's quite funny. I should really test drive it before I bought it, shouldn't I? But there were a couple of nice lads. It's nice to know that I've got so many people coming to me from through my channel to sell their cars as well. It's wicked, and it's all cars. Obviously, we all like the same stuff. You know, every car in the affordable petrol head range of cars, it's all stuff that we're all interested in, so it makes good content. This is the sort of stuff I want on my channel. It's the type of car that I want in stock, and it's the type of thing that I'm excited about buying, so it's brilliant. Go this way. So you'll notice when VTEC kicks in on this, it is loud, yeah? And the reason for that is because it's got a different air filter under the bonnet. It's as simple as that. When you change the filters on these Type R's, you get that savage noise kicking near the top end. As soon as VTEC kicks in, listen, 3, 2, 1, it's there straight away. You notice the engine tone change, and that is exactly why I chose to drive this one over the other one. If I go down a gear, just have a little listen. VTEC kicks in on these, I think, at 5,800 revs, okay? So you'll hear the engine tone change. Listen to this. Again, like the FD2, they're just made for it. These cars are just made for rallying. I'll calm down now because we're in a village and there is speed limits here, and I want to drive within the legal limit. But yeah, so the FD2 Type R, what was I about to say? I can't remember what I was about to say about it, but I think what I was going to say is the noise, yeah, that this thing produces in comparison to the FD2 is so much different. It's so much better. And when you do mod these cars, a lot of people like to keep cars stock, and it does appeal to me buying a stock car. I must admit, I do really like the red one. As a buyer buying these two cars, I was drawn to the red one because it was a stock car. I do like standard cars, but then at the same time, the 17-year-old in me wants to go out in the one that's had loads of stuff done to it, so I don't even know what the answer there is. But yeah, for a bit more excitement, it's definitely worth changing the filter. This one's got an exhaust on it as well. It's had a few other mods like brakes, just loads of different things, just subtle mods that make the drive a lot better. Now, like I said, the bodywork is a bit ropey on this car. Stuff like that don't really bother me because it's, like I said earlier as well, it's an entry-level priced car, and I know a lot of people that buy this type of thing aren't too bothered about that sort of stuff. So Civic Type R's, the reason why I bought my Type R all them years ago was because there just wasn't anything like it, yeah? There wasn't anything on the road that was VTEC's an exciting thing to drive. You've got this dash-mounted 6-speed manual gearbox. No car that I had ever seen had a dash-mounted gear stick. To own a car with a dash-mounted gear stick, like you'd see on in a rally car, was such an exciting thing. And I remember getting my car. That's funny. Then you just flattened the pheasant. I remember getting my car and driving it home that day and just loving it, loving that high revving engine, loving the fact that, again I say it all the time, loving the fact that Honda really encourage you to redline your car, get to the high end of the rev limit, because that's where the power is, and if you don't do that, you ain't getting no power. So it's just so cool that that's encouraged by the manufacturer. And the way they deliver power, the way they deliver power for 200 brake horsepower, for a 200 brake horsepower car, is unreal. And the excitement that VTEC gives you from a driving point of view is just a different league. It's different to anything else you've ever driven. Turbo power is obviously a wonderful thing. I'm a huge turbo power fan. I love a turbo, it's brilliant, but Type R's do give you a different experience. If you think I'm trying to sell you this car, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tell you that if you're in the market to spend a couple of grand on a fun car, whether you buy this one, my other one, or any one on the whole bloody car market, yeah, there is hundreds of them for sale across the country. I recommend that Type R's, EP3 Type R's, I think they're unique, I think they're special, and I think that they are probably the best value for money car on the road. I think Civic Type R EP3s are bloody brilliant. So if you do want to have a bit of a toy, a bit of fun, obviously they don't come for nothing. They have running costs like fuel and insurance and road tax and blah blah. But if you have got a bit of spare money for a toy, I think there's such a bloody good choice of car. And that is the reason why, even years ago when I bought my one, the one that I owned, that was my own car, I think I paid about £7,000 for that car at the time, which was actually not a crazy amount of money. It was a reasonable amount of money for the type of car at the time, but even then they were bloody good value for money. So I can't explain to you how much I rate these cars. There's just so much fun. The dash mounted 6-speed manual gearbox, you never ever see a dash mounted gear stick in any car on the road. When they brought out the FN2, I remember thinking, why has it not got a dash mounted gear stick? Because that is just character. That's sort of shit that people like us love. And that is another one of the reasons why I really like these cars. There's so many things I could list to you right now in a video. I could bang on forever about how much I like these cars, but in a nutshell, I just think they are bloody fantastic. Listen, just unbelievable. I don't know. Every time I drive one of these cars, I just don't really remember any other driving experience like it. I just get in the driver's seat, and this is only, it is only 200 brake horsepower. So remember that, what 200 brake horsepower car drives like this? It just handles so bloody well. What a car. I'm going to end the video now because I'm in a massive rush. I've got to get home. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you do want to sell your car, this is the type of thing I like to buy. I am not trying to sell you cars through my channel because I sell cars all day long. It's not a massive issue for me to sell cars, but one thing I do like to do is buy cars. I like stock. I like mixing up what I've got. I like to get stuff for the channel. So if you have got anything you want to sell, don't forget you can email me, contact@thecarbuyingshop.com, and I will remind you that if I don't get back to you, I don't take offense to it, man. I'm not trying to ignore people, all right? If I'm not interested and I don't get back to you, just take it politely, please. I don't want to offend anyone, all right? But if I am interested in your car, me or Leon, my brother, will get back to you, all right? I'm going to say goodbye. So if you like the video, hit like. If it has been brief, I don't know how long this video has gone on for, but if it has been brief, I'm sorry. I don't think it has though. But if you did like it, hit like. If you're new, hit subscribe, because I've got a video every Wednesday and every Sunday at 7 o'clock. Should be at 7 o'clock anyway. And I'll see you in the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, alright? Bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, so the Golf R is 100% going. In my next video, I talk about what car I'm getting next.